In this video, I'm going to teach you 5 ways to save the most amount of money you can, even if you have a fixed income. There are millions of Americans living paycheck to paycheck, barely able to get by. I understand money is tight, but there are ways that you could still save even while working a minimum wage job. So if you're serious about learning how to save, make sure you pay attention to all 5 of these saving strategies so that you can succeed. First method is to pay off your debt. And I know money is tight. It's really hard to not get into debt, especially with high cost of living and not enough money made. Then you're gonna wind up in debt. But before you put any money into a savings account, it's important that you pay off your debt first. Any money that you are saving in your bank account will not mean anything if you are accumulating 10, 15, 20% in interest charges per year. So the best strategy here is to have just enough money to cover the basics in terms of saving. Maybe $1,000 will do. Once you reach that $1,000 mark, then you want to pay off all of your debt, your credit card debt, student loan debt, car debt, everything but your house debt. The reason why you want to pay your debts off first is because any interest that you are accumulating is robbing you of your future. Ideally, you don't want to pay any interest, so get rid of that debt first. By the way, I'm David, and if you want wise money tips to build a wealthy future, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, I would love to get your opinion. What are some of the ways that you're able to save money? Put it down in the comments below. I think by sharing your tips, it could also help the other viewers watching this video as well. Next is to reduce the cost of your biggest expense. So I'm not going to give you a lot of those ideas of how to cook at home or not buy coffee or use cold water instead of hot water to wash your clothes. But your biggest expense, as well as many other Americans, is your house. Whether you're paying mortgage or rent, that is the biggest expense that you want to cut down. For example, if you are paying for a bigger house or apartment than you need, then look into downsizing or have roommates or even rent out a room on Airbnb. About 2 years ago, my family and I decided to move. So I have a wife and 2 daughters, and we were living in a really big house. It was 2,400 square feet, and we were paying for rooms that we weren't even using. It was way too much space. So we decided that since it's not worth paying for space that we're not using, we should downsize. So we moved into a 1,300 square foot townhouse, and we were able to make use of the space that we were living there. Although it was a bit inconvenient to downsize, we saved thousands of dollars by doing so. Those thousands of dollars would have been tied up into a house that we weren't properly using. And if you own a house and you're paying a mortgage right now, consider refinancing. So I'm filming this in June of 2020, and it is the best time ever to refinance your mortgage. And even if you are renting, maybe tell your landlord to refinance and then pass on those savings onto you. Next step would be to track your expenses. So however much you are spending on everything throughout the month, you should keep track either in a spreadsheet or a notebook, know exactly how much money is going out. And depending on how much money you're spending every single month, it should fit into 3 different categories. The 50-30-20 rule. So basically the 50-30-20 rule means that whatever money you have coming in, 50% should be on your needs. So your house, your mortgage, rent, utilities, food, those are the essentials. 30% should be on wants. So we all have to live a little bit. So entertainment, hobbies, passions. So whatever amount of money you get after taxes, 30% should go to wants, 20% should go towards savings, investing, retirement. Now, if you're living on a fixed income or minimum wage job, there's only 2 ways you could improve your financial situation. It's either cut costs or make more money. Which brings me to the next part of saving, which is to make money. So figure out what ways you can make money, but not have to physically trade hours for dollars. If your time is limited, figure out a way to leverage your time and make more money. Some of the ways you could do this is by starting an online business, create and sell digital products such as ebooks, courses. If you have no idea how to do that, if you're watching this YouTube video, the greatest thing is that there are so many resources. So look up how to make and sell a course, how to make and sell ebooks. Personally, I've done this through multiple online businesses that have been able to make me money while sleeping pretty much. But remind yourself, focus on working smarter, not harder. Another way to make more money is if you start a coaching or consulting business. This way you could teach people how to do a certain skill and get paid for it, and you could even be at home on your couch while doing so. Next way to save money is to sell things that you do not need. So if you have 2 cars or maybe a car that has a lot more money to pay on it, get rid of that car and just drive something that'll get you from A to B. If you have any type of gym memberships, maybe that you're not using, or any other recurring expenses, analyze those and cut those out and see how you could do it for cheaper. And if you're in debt and you want to learn 7 steps of how to go from debt to building a wealthy future, you could click this video right over here. It's the Dave Ramsey 7 baby steps. Or if you want to learn how to make a 50-30-20 budget, I go more in detail in this video over here. Click on one of those now and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.